Hello and welcome to Cars at 100, and on today's video we're gonna review a very nice 2020 BMW 330i xDrive with Sportline. We're gonna look at this car from the outside, look at this car from the inside, and check out the window sticker for some of the options that come with this car. So let's not waste any more time and let's jump into it. Let's begin from the outside first, from the exterior of this beautiful red color BMW 3 Series. This is a base version of a 3 Series called 330. There is no 320 yet. There is a rumor that it will be coming to United States, but for now we just get this 330 as a base 3 Series. And as we can see all around, this is a Sportline edition of the 3 Series. You can also get a luxury edition of this car, but I think, in my opinion, this car looks sharper because this is more of a sports sedan, a kind of a luxury mix here and there. But overall, there is a lot of interesting things about this car in terms of the design. As you can see, these are optional LED BMW lights that you can option for this car, and they look absolutely beautiful. This car looks very mean, you know, it looks very serious, just like the BMW brand should be. This is a real driver's machine, and you know, you can see it and feel it when you see this car coming down the road and when you drive this car as well. Overall, you have this grille for this year. As you can see, this is a functional grille. These slots will open for the air to come in. This is one of the efficient features that BMW does for their cars. Lots of BMWs in the model range have these features, and some grills are even enormous for you know, to have even more efficient dynamics, as they call it. And I think it looks really nice in terms of the sharp design as well. It's not really big, the grille, and it looks really nice in terms of the design aspect of it. Now, as you can see, the lights connect to the front grille. It looks interesting. You have these lines on the hood, implying a very sharp looking design for this car. And you have some of the features. If you get an M Sport package for this car, you have different bumpers all around, giving this car even better looking stance, more sportier than luxury feel. Overall, we have these very interesting BMW sport specific rims here. They're wrapped in 225 45 R18 tires. These tires are run flat, so you don't have a spare tire in the trunk. But these cars are more of a durable kind of a everyday use cars, so you get these all-season Grand Touring tires. These are Pirelli Cinturato P7 all seasons, and these are all around same size rims. If we go around, you have this turn signal integrated in the mirrors. Mirrors automatically fold when you lock the car. You can set it up, and also when you inside the parking space, you can manually close them as well. So these luxury features are available on cars like this, and this car has them. As you can see, this trim is not really chrome. It's not shiny chrome. It's more of a mesh chrome, kind of a matte chrome. Really goes well with the design. It doesn't look very shiny, and that's good. It suits this car very well. In terms of the design, very sharp design. As you can see, you have some hunches in the back for the rear wheel drive architecture of this car, because engine is this way instead of being this way in the engine bay. And this car is truly rear wheel drive first, and then it's all wheel drive when the front wheels need to be connected. As you can see, in terms of the back, you have these sharp lights. These lights are 3D looking lights. They're really nice. There are mixed feelings for these lights because they look very drastically different compared to outgoing previous model that we have in the 3 Series. That 3 Series really looked 3 Series, kind of simmered with everybody. You have the 330i badge here, and xDrive of course, and you have a dual exhaust. So dual exhaust this year for this car is a really nice welcoming change in terms of the design. I think Before it was just 2 pipes here on the side when you were getting 328. So this is the replacement for 328. This is 330 now. And if you wanted to get 1 pipe on the side, there was 320 as well. So now this is a nice looking different kind of a more all-around design wise in terms of the exhaust, and these are real exhaust pipes, and it sounds really nice as well. As we go around, we have some of the bits in terms of the design. As up front bumpers, you have them in the rear as well, kind of goes together. And overall the proportions for this car are really nice. You have a keyless entry, keyless go, of course, in this car, as having to be a luxury brand as well. You have standard looking brakes. You can also option M Sport brakes for this car when you get an M Sport package, and a little bit more expensive, but I think in terms of the design it will be worth it. And we have this cognac interior that we're gonna check out in a little bit, but overall you have lots of options in terms of the safety for this car, and standard options also include lots of features already coming as a base car. So let's check out this car on the inside. So in order to enter this BMW 330, we have the key fob, the usual key fob for these cars. As you can see here, we don't have M Sport logos here, kind of implying the M Sport features for this car. This is just a sport package for this car, being sport line. And we have a lock with this BMW logo, unlock, trunk release by pressing it twice would unlock the trunk automatically. And we have a panic button here. You also have a physical key fob by releasing with this latch, and this key fob will come out. You can also open this tab here, and you have a manual key. When the battery dies on the key fob, you have the option to enter your car. And as having the keyless entry in this car, we can lock the car with this grooved edge here, as you can hear by the beep, and we can unlock by the sensor behind door opener handle there. And as we enter this car, as you can see, this cognac Vernasca leather option for this car is absolutely beautiful. It's an optional feature that you can get for this car in terms of the quality and refinement, and I think it's worth it because it really feels expensive. Overall, in terms of the quality for this car, there is no missing of quality here. You have the standard speakers here. You can also get Harman Kardon option for this car. Overall, you have a book pocket here, you have a bottle holder here, and you have a trunk release button here as well. Automatic up and down for all 4 sides in terms of the windows in this car, and you can fold mirrors automatically. Nice door opener handle, feels very solid. Everything in this car feels very solid. We have this BMW logo here, the side seal. You have nice pedals there, as you can see, floor mounted gas pedal, implying the kind of a sporty nature of this car. And we have nice seats here. If we see the seats, these are sport seats. You can manually adjust the lumbar support as well, thigh support, and you have automatic adjustment for the bolstering on the upper section of the seat as well as the lumbar support, and of course the manual and automatic adjustment in terms of the seats as well. You have a memory seating for the automatic adjustment for the seat as well for 2 drivers. And we have really nice seats here. These are optional Vernasca leather seats and leather in this car. Overall, you have a somewhat really interesting design. You know, seats here. You have bolstering up top, on the bottom. Overall, it looks really nice. So let's step inside. Very nice solid feel on the door, and I really like that, you know, graphic there in the middle, implying that this car is in red color. I bet if this car was black, this would be a black color. Really nice attention to detail there. So if we start the car, which start stop button is here, just like this. As you can see, we have this very nice kind of a digital cockpit feel in this car. Looks really cool. And we have this display here in the middle as well, which is a touch screen display. For this year, for BMW, they have included the touch screen because people were asking for it, and they delivered. Really nice. And speaking of the digital cockpit, the only one downside for this digital cockpit is that it's not quite like Audi's, so you don't get the street names in the middle, and you don't get the full map here, which would be nice, maybe addition for the future BMWs. But overall, I would say that this is one thing that I would improve. I'm not really liking that middle map there. It's kind of a distracting, to be honest with you, and I wish it was a little bit more of a map than half map and half speedometer. I would rather choose, like in Audi's, you have the option to have the speedometer and tach on the sides, and you have a map in the middle. That would be a better kind of I think design in terms of this digital cockpit. For this steering wheel, we don't have a flat bottom, even though this is a sport package for this car. We have this paddle shifters here, implying that this is a sport package. And we have some of the options for the cruise control here, and we have some of the options here for the media controls on the right of the steering wheel as well. You also have a BMW assistant here in this car, and it's really nice. Hey BMW. What is the weather outside? So as you can see, it will pull up the app that will give me the weather information, I would assume. But there's a lot of options in this car in terms of the technology. And in terms of this infotainment options, you have of course Apple CarPlay included with this car, and you can connect your device manually and wirelessly as well. And you have a wireless charging pad here, so you can just put the device here, it will charge, and you don't have to connect it through USB, even though you have it here. You can just have it Bluetooth options. In terms of the options of infotainment, you can connect it wirelessly, so it's a wireless Apple CarPlay as well. It's really convenient in terms of the design of this car, and in terms of the future of this car as well. Everything feels really expensive and really nicely designed. And as you can see, this middle section here, you have 3 different modes. So you have Eco, Pro, Comfort, and Sport. In terms of the driving of this car, you have some of the features for the safety and traction control off here on the on this section here as well. Start engine stop button here as well. You have a nice option here for this shift lever as well. It looks really nice. You have options here for this infotainment kind of a directional wheel, so you can go through different modes by selecting different options on the display, as well as you have a touchscreen, of course. And you have some of the options here for the just a fast clicking of going through different directions into the infotainment. You have a automatic parking brake here. You don't have it manual, you don't have the lever anymore here. You have somewhat nice pockets here for the cup holders kind of yeah, cup holders here are really good. And you can close the section like this if you don't want it. This is wood material. It's really nice. It looks really expensive, really kind of a quality in terms of the design of the luxury. And you have options here for the storage as well. You have USB Type-C for charging of your device as well. And you have somewhat good designed middle section here in terms of the space and how much in terms of the size you can put things in here in the middle handrest. And you also have a window sticker here for you to check out some of the standard and optional equipment that come on this car. So as you can see, you can pause the video at any second to see these options in detail. And in this review, this car, as you see, is $51,345. And here are some of the standard options for this car. 28 mile per gallon combined, with 25 in the city, 34 on the highway. And final assembly point for this car is San Luis Potosi, Mexico. As you can see, the back seats here, you have the same material for the leather as well here, and you have a nice seats here. Close the door. Feels really solid overall, and I would say it's really nice in terms of the rear climate control options here as well. Really cool, and really nice in terms of how it's designed here. It's very cool, and it's really convenient at the same time. You have two vents here to control. This is a third way climate control in this car. You have a nice headroom here, exactly same as my 6 feet tall height. In terms of the leg room, it's not bad. You would want a little bit more here. Let's check out the trunk space. So in order to enter the trunk, we have the button under the BMW logo, and just like this we will open the trunk, and as you can see, it's a plenty big trunk. This is a hood release here, as you can see, and yeah, overall I would say it's a lot of space in this trunk. Really nice. I hope you enjoyed this review of this BMW 330i xDrive with Sportline. If you have any questions, please leave a comment and I will get back to you, and I'll see you next time. Stay loving cars.